This will be a brief instruction in the talit and the tefillin. Before we put on the talit, naturally we have to unfold it, but the most important preparation is to say the bracha, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehitatef patzitzit. And then it's just simply enfolded around one's shoulders and put on in a comfortable way, so that one can then take the next step, which is put on the tefillin. Again, we make brachot before putting on the tefillin shel yad and the tefillin shel rosh, the hand tefillin and then the head tefillin. We remove the tefillin in their boxes from the tefillin bag, and the first thing we want to do is to take hold of the tefillin shel yad, take it out of its special box, and then we place it on our weaker arm. In other words, if we're right-handed, it goes on our left arm. If we're left-handed, it goes on our right arm. So the bracha is recited, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehaniach tefillin. So one then takes the fat part of the tefillin box, places it in the direction of one's body, slips it over one's arm, and then a couple of stabilizing wraps above the elbow, followed by 7 wrappings below the elbow. And you can see that our demonstrator is completing his 7 wrappings, and then one additional one on his hand, which will be used just a little bit later when we complete the wrapping of the tefillin shel yad. For now, we're going to take a break from the tefillin shel yad, just wrapping the remaining strap around the hand, and then we shift our attention to the tefillin shel rosh, the head tefillin, again contained within its box. And once again, before we put it on, a special blessing is made. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al mitzvat tefillin. And you can see our demonstrator is making the bracha now. Just as soon as he's completed that, he places it like a crown on his head, with the bayit, the tefillin box, being placed at the hairline, and the rear knot being in the soft part of the neck, just as it begins where the skull leaves off. And that is the correct placement of the tefillin shel rosh. Now we return to the tefillin shel yad, and we complete that action. The main part of this is the 3 wrappings around the middle finger, and there are different ways that people do this, but basically the 3-ring motif is important. And with each wrapping of that middle finger, we say some special words from the prophets, Ve'erastich li leolam, Ve'erastich li betzedek uv'mishpat, bechesed uv'rachamim, Ve'erastich li be'emunah, ve'adaat et Adonai. All statements of betrothal, because we are in effect marrying God by making those 3 rings. And then you saw that our demonstrator made a shin on the remainder of his hand. Now he's already taking off the tefillin, and he does this in exact reverse order. So again, he would wrap around his hand, remove the tefillin shel rosh, while leaving the hand tefillin still partially wrapped. And notice how he's putting it away in a very neat and careful way. Again, there's no prescribed way that this is done, but the important thing is that the black part of the strap should be facing out. Regardless of how you wrap, it should be neat and respectfully done. And he's just finishing that up now. And in just a moment, he'll be removing the tefillin shel yad. And there it goes. And once again, he's going to be wrapping that up in a careful and neat way. This is how we demonstrate our devotion and our respect to these holy and sacred objects. And here comes his careful and systematic wrapping of the straps around the box of the tefillin. doesn't have to be done in precisely that way, but this is a good way in which it can be done. But however you do it, again, neat and respectfully done. And then the tefillin are replaced in the tefillin bag in such a way that you know which one is which. Very often the tefillin shel yad will be put on the left side, the tefillin shel rosh on the right side, or it can be the opposite, whichever is most convenient for you. And at that point, then, the talit is removed and again folded up in a neat, clean, respectful way, and so that it's ready to be used the next time it's going to be used. And you can see that our demonstrator is practiced at this. He does it very nicely and efficiently. And then one has completed the mitzvah of talis and tefillin.